Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to be featuring this glorious gingham DSP that is on the 15% off sale with Stampin' Up! For the month of June. This DSP comes in Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, Pretty Peacock. Well, it might be easier to look back here, Cindy. Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock. They all seem to have an interesting camaraderie here. Berry Burst came back, Lemon Lime Twist came back, Pretty Peacock came back, and Blueberry Bushel came back, and Pecan Pie is a new in color. So you've got all those colors that are kind of brand new, even though some of them retired and are back. Well, I decided to use that Pecan Pie one. I was inspired by an awesome card that was on the incentive trip. I did not get it in my swaps. It was done by Marcia Gay, and it used the awesome Hey Chuck stamp set and the Hey Chuck dies with, oh, look at that, with the weather vane and the sun. And so I kind of revamped my card a little bit. Marcia had made one that opened, well, it's this way, but I did mine a little bit different, but I wanted to give credit to her because I love that and she inspired me. So this card is going to start out. Now, I already cut it, so I'm just gonna, let's just think of this being our half sheet of our cardstock, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So you can find all the measurements and the products I use, the colors and the tools on my blog, CindyLeeBDesigns.com, underneath the YouTube description. Not only are the items there with measurements, but you can press where it says visit my blog here, press that link, it takes you over to CindyLeeBDesigns.com. You'll find additional photos and little tidbits over there. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog so that you're up to date on what I'm doing. So a pecan pie here. Well, you're going to put this into your trimmer and you're going to cut off 2 3/4 inch off of one of these sides. So put it in there with your 11 inch and just cut 2 3/4. It doesn't matter which side because once you fold it, it won't matter. So then you end up with a piece, but you need to just shave off, excuse me, an 1/8 of an inch on this side. So that's going to end up making your piece here 2 3/4 by just about 4 1/16 there. So you're just cutting off like 1/8 of an inch off of there, because I went and used our Radiating Stitches dies, and I cut one that's going to fit on here. And as I said, I was inspired by Marcia's design, and also one that's going to go on the inside. So you're going to easily put one here on the inside. And then remember, this is 2 3/4. And then we're going to pop this here, and you're going to see the radiating stitches on both sides here. Now, Marcia's card went like this, but I'm doing mine this way because Marcia used a really pretty paper here, but it was from the fishing Let's Go Fishing paper that's also on the sale for the month of June, but I did not want to use the really pretty paper that she used. It was very similar to the gingham because I like the other side of the paper, whereas this one, I found out a hack here so that you can get 4, I think you're going to be able to get 4 cards out of this 6x6 since this gingham comes in 6x6. So I'm going to show you how I am going to do that. So I'm going to bring out my trimmer, and I know that this measurement across here is 4 1/4, so my DSP is going to be 4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 4 inches, okay? So we're at 4 inches, all right, 4 inches, and I'm gonna need 2 1/2 to fit in here. Well, 2 1/2 is an awkward number when you're doing 12 by 12 paper because you can just get so much more if they're 2, 2, 2, 2, then 2 1/2, okay? So I went ahead and made 2-inch sections. Okay. Yes, because this 4 is going to fit on here. Oh gosh, I wanted to make sure I was doing my math right. So I'm going to do a 2-inch section, and of course I'm going to, oh, I guess I'm going to get 3 cards because 2, 2, and 2 2 times 3 is 6, Cindy. So you're going to be able to get 3 cards out of one piece of this. So I'm going to take this 2.5, and I could like put it on there, but it doesn't look right. So I wanted to fill in that whole area. So I need another 1/2 inch here. Well, look at this. I have 2 inches left here. So I'm just going to go to a 1/2 inch. And actually, if I was smart, I'm going to make it 4. So why not just cut this at 4? Because now I have this nice little square left that I can do something with that because it'll be in the basket on my desk. So you're going to be able to get 3 1/2 inches out of here. So watch this. 1/2. Let's do another 1/2. I love my trimmer that I can cut this way. And sometimes I have to say, don't move, because I think it's the static electricity that moves it. Put it down, and I'm going to get another 1/2 out of it. So now I've got 2 halves. I'm going to get another 1/2 out of here. And if you're really doing it, really thinking it out, if you really think it out, you could cut it so that you don't have to get into these fussy measurements here. So now you end up with 4. So this could make a fun card, right? So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just show how this can be done. So here we go. From that one 6x6, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be able to show off two patterns of that paper. So isn't that cool? And that makes up my 2.5 that's going to go in my card. Now so think of it this way. You can make now 3 cards out of that one 6x6 for this design here. So I really, like I said, I like the other paper, but I wanted to be able to save the other side of the fish paper. So here we go. We are going to put this on. Now we can see that we could use the solid gingham and the small check this way, or we could do it the other way. We could do it this way, and we could do it this way. So I'm sorry if you're hearing some background. Jim is down there wheeling and dealing in his gym. He's definitely a work at home, but work out and work at home at the same time. So here we go. We just have the 2 different patterns from the Glorious Gingham. And of course, with this card I'm going to be using, you could use any of the colors. I just love the pecan pie. I just am in love with pecan pie. I think because soft suede was one of my favorites, so I'm really using that up. So I'm thinking I might like this, but we're going to wait because we're just going to take a little look at Chuck over here. So I went ahead and colored Chuck. And Chuck, I kind of looked around, and we just used some dark daffodil, dark red, real red, and some pumpkin pie there. And I see just a tiny bit of his tongue is not covered. So I'm going to fill in that little tiny bit of white I see there. Come on. There we go. So Hey Chuck is there. And then what I did is I stamped You've Got Something to Crow About, and I stamped the fence, and then I just colored it in with the pecan pie. So there's the colors I used, and then that is going to fit onto this piece that I cut here. And you can see I did it on the back of a piece of, I didn't realize a scrap, that this was a scrap from a different card, but you couldn't see through it, so that was nice. So we're just gonna fill we're just going to look and make sure we've filled in the space here and that we have about the same amount of space around. There we go. And so that is going to go will end up on here. So I think I do like, I don't know. Let's see. We could do that, or we could switch it this way. This is when I wish you guys were right here with me, or we were live and I could say, which way should I do it? Okay, so let me see. Yeah, I think I like a little more of the white showing. That means I'm going to go like this. I actually think I might just get my glue out here, and I'm going to do the pecan this way. And we're going to put that so that we see the 1/8 inch on the top, bottom, and on the left side. And then we're going to take this other piece make sure you do it on the, put the glue on the opposite side and put it there. And now we've got our two patterns showing there, and we still have our nice border around it. And that's what's nice about glue, because I actually am a little bit off here. No, I didn't. I thought, let's see if I can get this. It's a little bit off. But glue, sometimes that wiggle room isn't as long as you would like it to be. But I think I caught it. Come on, Stampin' Jesus, help me out. Here we go. One more little bit. Okay, there we go. So I just want to make sure that is straight there. Okay. Straight on that side. I could see that I was just a tad off. Okay, that is better. Okay, so we've got our two patterns there. We are going to now put that focal point right here. And I do not believe I am going to, now remember, I only want to put it, I'm not going to put any dimensionals there. And I'm just putting it about halfway. I'm really getting a little fancy there because I'm going to center that on the card. I love the radiating stitches. And no glue, because if there was glue, you know I'd have to put something in there. So now we are just going to put this fun die cut, excuse me. And I think I'm just going to put it right up there in that corner, making sure. I wanted to use the whole thing. You could easily put it coming this way, but I love that whole thing, and I didn't mind that but if you want to, you could put this there and then trim off the sides on your white. And then we're just gonna pop him. First I had him down here like he was on the ground, and then I thought, oh no, he looks so fun if he was actually up on the fence. So I stuck him up on the fence. And the reason why I mean, a lot of times you can watch video, look at a card and say, oh, I can figure that out. But I just wanted to show you that little hack that I did with the DSP, because sometimes I just don't have like enough when I'm doing classes or something. And so, okay, we're gonna pop him up here like he's on the fence. There we go. Is he cute? And I think this might just go to my nephew. Oh, I didn't put this in. My nephew Isaac, who just graduated from high school. What a wonderful, wonderful kid. And I think this is going to go to him. And then I'll just put something, you know. Oh, I have a little bit of adhesive on there. Oh, when I was playing around. So is that cute or what? I love that. I love being inspired by other demonstrators and other cards I see. And so we've got the fun sun. And then we just took that DSP and we were able to take a 6x6. We were able to take a 6x6 and cut it to 4. And we had this 2-inch section left over that we cut 4 half-inch sections. And then this 4 by, I mean, the 4x6 we cut into the 2. So think of it this way. You know, we had one more here, and then these were the ones that filled into the 6. So I'll have a diagram made, and then you also have these 2 little pieces that'll be left over at the end. And I know we can do something with that. We could cut this in half. Maybe, yes, I have some ideas for that. But that's a really great way to get a good bang for your, and actually this blueberry bushel would look amazing on this card as well, using this whole pack here. The blueberry bushel would look really amazing because it just kind of reminds me of like that blue and white check tablecloth type thing. This would be really pretty because you could put some of the lemon lime maybe into his feathers. And then also this one too is just a nice neutral that if you popped this color into the sentiment, that would look awesome. Of course, you could use Berry Burst on his plumage. And then, of course, pecan pie. I mean, come on. I mean, I would say pumpkin pie is one of my favorite pies, and Pecan Pie ranks up there too. So use those radiating stitches to make this fun card. You're only using a half sheet because this piece here was cut off of here. All I had to do was trim down 1/8 of an inch off of this part, the 4-inch part, because this other part fit in there. And then it just fits perfectly on that radiating stitches. Thanks again to Marcia Gay for her inspiration. And I made it a little bit different. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.